Every time I open my safe to get out another gun to do work with, I stare at this SIG Sauer Legion P220 45 ACP and I go, when am I going to get you back out to the range? Answer, today. That's when. Take two with the SIG Sauer P220 Legion. And let's start out double action, since this is a double single action pistol. And since this is a take two, I'm just going to do some shooting. I'll tell you what I'm thinking about the gun while I'm shooting it. And we'll try and keep it short. Wow, I threw that one way high. It's probably not even in the frame in that camera down there. And I'm starting out with a 10-round extended magazine. Standard magazines hold 8. They are single stack. And I'm starting out with SIG Sauer's ammo. Elite Performance 230 grain ball. And while I'm telling you all the stuff, that target is 11 yards away. That's 33 feet for you Common Core kids. Okay, well, other than throwing that first double action one way high, don't know what the deal was there. The rest of them don't look too bad. This is what the standard magazine looks like, holds 8 rounds. Hey, I got the slide release to work. I have trouble with that because it is so small on these Legions. It's actually probably the one feature I don't care for on the Legion. Every other feature I adore. Not the least of which is these amazing sights. I love the sight picture on this gun. This may be the very best of all the sight pictures. Might be the best. So I've looked at the P220 Legion a couple of times. Looked at it for Guns America. Looked at it here on the channel. I'll put those links down below if you want to go see a full review or two on the gun. Today I'm just going to shoot a little bit, have a little fun, and I thought you might want to come along. God, these grips are incredible. I'm sorry, but I am a fanboy. I am an admitted fanboy when it comes to the Legions. And I mean, the P220 is so classic anyway. Just beautiful, flat, classic, single stack 45. And then to add all the things they do with the Legion, it is one sweet, sweet gun. Back to the extended 10-round magazine. It is a SIG Sauer magazine. It's not an aftermarket. And it now contains Remington UMC, some upper middle class ammo. 230 grain ball. I am still 33 feet, or what is that, kids? 11 yards. From that target, I put a new orange dot up on the head of it. Let's see if I can hit it. The Legion triggers are very, very nice. It is a Gray Guns trigger. I love the Legion Gray, that PVD finish. I really, really love the checkering that they've done on the front and back straps and underneath the trigger guard. And the G10 grips. It really is just sort of, this is one of those guns where it's more than the sum of its parts. Everything works together to just make it a fantastic shooter and a great shooting experience. Just a lot of enjoyment to shoot these guns. And they are SIGs, so they will run all day. So I mentioned, and I've told you before, that I'm not a huge fan of this tiny little slide release lever. I think it's been too much abbreviated and it makes it almost impossible to use. So I almost have to turn my hand and put my thumb straight on it. But everything else works great, and this one works better than it has on some other Legions that I've tried. I'm going to start out double action again and see if I can keep it from going wild this time. I'm usually not too bad with a double action pull, so I don't know what ails me today. Maybe I'm just going too slow. Sometimes you got to shoot faster to shoot better. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So ever since I was a young guy with hair way down the middle of my back and all that good stuff, 20-inch waist or whatever, I've loved 45 ACP. It's just something about a 45 that I adore. And the P220 is such an iconic 45. I would put it right up there, definitely in my top 5 for certain. Definitely in my top 5. Should that be a video? Top 5 45s? When the Legion series was first introduced, this Legion Gray, this PVD finish, wasn't holding up really well on a lot of people's guns, and I saw some initial, on the first one I had, I saw some initial signs that it may not be all that terribly durable, but SIG addressed that pretty quickly, and this P220 being one of the latter, in fact I think still the latest model to be featured in a Legion, they've pretty much got that resolved, because this one is holding up very nicely. Now I will admit, it doesn't get a shot a whole lot, but it's been through quite a few trips to the range. It's been in and out of holsters and all that kind of stuff, and in and out of, you know, range bags and pistol rugs, and it's holding up really nice. I really hope SIG never stops making the P220. Well, no, actually that's not true. I have a couple, so maybe if they do stop making them, they'll just skyrocket in value. But I really, really like the P220. And it's been around a while. And there's a reason for that. Nice things tend to last. Yeah, I don't know what else there is really to tell you about this gun. It's just a sweetheart. Told you about these sights. I like them. They're just about my favorite. And for the record, SIG was one of the first companies to put this type of configuration on their sights. So I give them a lot of credit for that, because everybody's doing it now, which is good, I will say this for Sig Sauer, and maybe I'm putting on my fanboy hat a little bit, I don't know, you be the judge, but I will say this for SIG, they tend to lead rather than follow, and they don't always get it right the first time. Lord knows we're all still having problems with the P365 in various ways or another, but they do hang it out there, you know? You got to give them that, man. They go for it. Thanks again for watching. And thanks very much to my patrons on Patreon. You guys rock, and you guys make this possible. All right. So look at this. I had a live round, I don't know if you could see that. I'm gonna have to try and play that back. Had a live round feed forward out of the ejection port. I hope the cameras are able to show me what happened there. And then the one that's down in the magazine still is like nosedived at the bottom of the feed ramp. But this one, the one that was being fed, like sprung right up. I wonder, he says, thinking out loud to himself, if it's not this magazine. This is not what Take-2s are supposed to be like. Take-2s are supposed to be just lots of shooting and fun having and things like that. Not trouble. It's supposed to be more regular shooting, not trouble shooting. But again, I'm wondering now if it's not maybe this magazine. All right. Well, I'm going to quit on that note. Thanks again for joining me. And at whatever part of your day you are in, I hope the rest of it goes well for you.